And welcome to the CRNFC ground as we look out over the palm trees and the construction in the back for this Oliver Goonetilleke Shield between St. Thomas's and Wesley, hosted by Wesley this year. Makal Karnaratna coming up against his counterpart Kaiser Lai in what is going to be the final match of the season for many of these players and final match of their school careers for some of these players as well. Wesley have been in the cup competition and they have done brilliantly well, but not as well as they would have liked at the start of the season. St. Thomas's also flattered in the first half of the season, but unfortunately deceived their supporters by going into the Plate Championship where they weren't really competitive, only managing to beat St. Anthony's and Sri Sumangala to finish fourth in the Plate competition. So contrasting seasons, but still disappointment from both sets of supporters, and they will be expecting that this particular match will be something that they can go home on a high with. The weather is 29 degrees Celsius, mostly cloudy, which is good for the players, of course. The wind speed is negligible, but the humidity is the factor that many of us will have to be thinking about. Joining me in the commentary box, former Wesley skipper Abdul Hadi, and we have former Antonian as well, Janidu, in the commentary box. Gentlemen, welcome. It's going to be an interesting match because there is a trophy on offer, and both these teams, after a relatively disappointing season, will want to finish off on a high.
Well, yes, definitely, Shanak. I believe both these teams a huge opportunity on their hands, especially looking at St. Thomas as a team that had the potential of competing in that cup segment, but with just one game difference where they had to end up in the plate segment. And of course, Wesley, they had the opportunity of competing in the cup segment, but nevertheless, that super round did not go well for Wesley. So I believe this game for both the teams is a big opportunity, and of course, I'm pretty sure that we have a very interesting game in our hands.
Welcome, gentlemen. I'd say it's gonna be a very competitive game as well. Wesley has played 9, won 5, and unfortunately lost 4. They've had a decent outing against Prince of Wales and not the best of results against Mahanama. They won, but not comfortably. And then Anand, who also gave a very tough fight, and they won comfortably against St. Joseph's and St. Peter's, coming from the back to win. And then Trinity running right against Wesley. Then Zahira as well, playing brilliantly against Wesley. And then Isipatana and Wesley, that was the game of the week, I'd say. Wesley coming out victorious, and then Royal beating Wesley comfortably for their first win of the cup segment. So this will be a very, very competitive match, I'd say, Wesley versus St. Thomas's.
A 55-45 season is not really exactly what Wesley would have expected. Abdul, you played with this team as well, many of these players in this team. And when you moved away from this set of players, what was their expectation coming into this season?
They had quite the expectation, I'd say. When I was leaving, I felt that this team had that potential. They had the power, they had the will to go all the way up, but I don't know what actually happened, what actually caused that error here.
Yes, it wasn't. There was a few losses that were completely unexpected. St. Thomas has also played 5, won 5, so it's a 50-50 season for them. And of course, they didn't start well at all, losing to Thurston by 27 points to 24. That was really where their season started to get the wheels falling off. And then big wins against Kingswood Science and against Zahira as well. They managed to win a match that Zahira probably feel that they should have taken. And then that heartbreaking loss to Royal as well. They were never really in that game. And St. Joseph's, they expected to win that one, with Joseph's being a plate competition team, but they certainly were outplayed on the day. Anand also completely outplayed them in muddy conditions. They managed a couple of wins against Sri Sumangala and St. Anthony's, the two candy sides, but Isipatana coming through and absolutely smashing them in the last week. That was a 21-point reversal. So coming into this match, they're short on confidence, Janidu.
Yes, absolutely. St. Thomas is meeting Isipatana last week. Once again, they ended the super round very well, but just that game against Isipatana did not work anything in favor of them. So like you mentioned, both teams are coming into this game with less confidence if you look at their previous games, and of course it's going to be a very interesting one in our hands here at Longton Place.
More Wesley supporters in the crowd than Thomians, I would think, and they will be expecting this Oliver Goonetilleke trophy to go their way. Warden of St. Thomas's, Stasanka Pereira on the right there, along with the sub-warden to his right. And here's a section of the crowd in the old pavilion. Abdul Hadi, it's always a pleasure to play at this ground, isn't it?
Yes, indeed, Shanaka. I've had one of the best memories here as well. I put my first drop goal in this ground as well, so a lot of memories when I'm coming to this ground. But indeed, it'll be a memory for these boys when they leave here as well.
And do you remember what it was like, Janidu? It's been a while since you played your last game, but do you remember what it's like when you know this is the final time you're going to put on your school jersey?
Well, yes, it absolutely brings emotions as well. Well, for me, coming to the final season, it was not the best season as well. My final year was 2018, playing for that Antonian jersey, and of course, I still remember playing that last game, especially in our hometown itself in Kandy. We did manage to win against Dharmaraj, but it brings you a lot of emotions, but also at the same time it brings you a lot of pride, because wearing that first 15 jersey for your school, any school, it's an honorable moment that you get. And with that being said, as we will be heading for a commercial break, stay tuned with us for more team news and live action.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. සෑම නිවසකටම දැන් LG ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක්. දිවයින පුරා පිහිටේ අබාන්ස් ප්‍රදර්ශනාගාරවලින්.
අපිටත් දැන් LG ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක්.
Let's KFC!
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Cavani.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න. සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima continue. Fun tamai.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
When the world says no access.
Or this is not for you.
And it can't be done. Just say, I can.
Pure, naturally healthy American water.
live more.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
For passion, a competitive spirit. It's for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fantamare.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Welcome back to live pictures here from the Longdon Place grounds as we await kickoff in the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy between Wesley College and St. Thomas's. Wesley, the hosts this afternoon here at the CRNFC, looking to finish their season off on a high. They're almost a 50-50 record. They've played 5, lost 4. St. Thomas's have played 10, won 5, lost 5. So St. Thomas's will be wanting their 6th win, and for Wesley as well, they will be chasing their 6th win. In the commentary box with me, Abdul Hadi and Janidu, two former school players from slightly different eras, of course. But Abdul, you'll be looking at this Wesley College team and you'll be wondering what happened, won't you?
Indeed. Not only me, I think almost half the Wesley crowd must be wondering what happened. So, being said that, let's take a look at the points table of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2026. Trinity College Kandy champions very easily, I'd say. 29 points. And then Zahira, they had a brilliant season. They chased very well. Unfortunately, losing out to Isipatana and Trinity. Then St. Peter's, coming from behind, almost could have become the runners-up. Unfortunately, they lost to Trinity. And then Isipatana, Royal and Wesley. Not the best of seasons for all those three schools in the cup segment. But we'd hope that they'll have a better season next year.
So Wesley winning just at one match in the cup segment, Abdul, that's probably not a good result. And also against Royal College, they were firm favourites going into that game against this Royal side. What do you think happened in that match?
To me, basically, I think Royal, they were different on that day. They came to the ground, they wanted that win. They wanted that win more than anyone. They had nothing to lose, Royal. So I think that's what changed the game. Wesleyites, they were quite comfortable. They thought that they were the favourites, but then again, Royal, they needed that win more than anyone did that day.
And looking at the plate championship where St. Thomas's played, Janidu, just a couple of wins for St. Thomas's in the plate as well. And one of those wins was in the Father Rosati Trophy against St. Anthony's, your old school. And then they got another win against Sri Sumangala College as well. St. Anthony's also is a team that has been fluctuating very up and down form. But St. Thomas's, compared to where they were in the early season to compare to where they ended up, what do you think went wrong for them this season?
Well, yes, I believe St. Thomas's started their season with a bang. against Thurston, an unexpected bang, I would say. Thurston going over St. Thomas's, but right after that, slowly, they had their hit their straps, and just that they even managed to beat Zaira, but just that game against Royal, where they had to end up in the playoff segment. But heading into the playoff segment, St. Thomas's were firm favourites, I would say, because everyone thought that St. Thomas's would have the upper hand in the playoff segment, but nevertheless, starting off the playoff segment just did not work in favour for the Thomians, and of course the Josephians managed to clinch their playoff title, and on the other hand, St. Thomas's had to end up fourth in that playoff segment. But nevertheless, Hardy, this game is being played for a silverware for the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Shield, and of course Wesley hosting today. They are very known for this year and FC conditions as well. I'm pretty sure both the schools coming from Colombo, they are known for these conditions and this ground. So of course we are going to have a very interesting game in our hands as we see the crowd in numbers as well. St. Thomas's and Wesley, of course, two schools with that has created a prominent rugby history in the past years.
So, Janadu, Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Shield 2026 is going to be a banger, I'd say. Both teams very competitive. They've won 5 equally, and both, like Shanaka said, both teams will be looking for their 6th win. Wesley will have their LE Blazer trophy next week, so this will not be their last game. But then again, I think St. Thomas's will be playing their last game of the season today. A lot to play for, a lot of pride, a lot of heart to play for.
Yes, of course, and I believe it's going to be interesting because both these teams, because St. Thomas's had to end up in the playoff segment, Wesley competed in the cup segment, so both these teams did not meet in the league at all, Hardy. So I believe St. Thomas is a team that had the potential of playing in the cup segment, and Wesley a team that had the potential of competing better in the cup segment. So this game, I believe both the teams have not met yet in this 2026 league. So I believe it's going to be a very, very interesting one. Of course, few games being played for silverwares. Last week we had Isipatana vs St. Thomas's, and St. Anthony's vs DS for the Alas Cup, and today Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy, and of course tomorrow the most high-ranked rival in Sri Lanka Schools Rugby, Trinity College vs Royal College, the 80th Bradby Shield. So yes, you might be wondering that this Dialog Schools Rugby League did conclude, but of course yes, few of these teams still will play for these silverwares as the Thomians march on to the ground as they prep themselves for the game, as the Wesleyites are yet to make their mark in the grounds.
Very well said, Janadu. That was spot on. I think silverware is a boost. It's a motivation for the boys as well. The Thomians have made their mark into the field. They've brought the crowd some energy. The Wesleyites are yet to enter the field.
Yes, absolutely. These silverware games always brings you that boost, like you mentioned, isn't it? And do stay tuned with us, as we'll be heading for another short commercial break, as we will be back with team news and live action.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
වාජ්‍ය සේවක ඔබට සුවිශේෂී දීමනාවක් ඕනෑම ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක් මාස 12න් ටික ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අවම මූලික ගෙවීම රුපියල් 6550 සිට ඔබ ළඟම බවුන්ස් එකට යන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
Welcome back to the Papare. You can see the Wesley team entering the field, bringing the noise. Wesley College will definitely look to make a mark.
Brilliant moment for both these teams, isn't it? Coming under your college flag. Most probably, most of these players playing their last game for their school, so it's a huge honorable moment and a opportunity as well to end their season on a high, as the Wesleyites are in the field as well, as I'm pretty sure they'll be introduced to the dignitaries and will be followed by the college anthems.
School songs will be next for this Oliver Goonetilleke trophy. And for some of these players, Mukala Karunaratne and Kaisala included, it will be the final time they lead their schools in their school song on this stage. Always an emotional moment.
He has played a pivotal role in expanding Union Pay's presence across Sri Lanka and the Maldives, fostering strategic
Chief
partnerships
guest to be
and driving
introduced
the
to
growth
the
of digital
two
payments
schools.
in the region. Mr. Vijayasekara is also a former Josephian Ragarite who represented the college first 15 team from 1998 to 2000 and was awarded Josephian colours in 1999. Since 2017, he has continued to support
Kaisalai
Joseph's College Rugby.
walking
through
down the line
involvement
for the
in
final
Rugby
time.
Advisory Committee of the school. The values of discipline, teamwork, and
Shanak, I think we have one more game next week, the LE Blase Trophy.
Continue.
Oh yes, of course, how could I forget the Blase Trophy, your big match against Kingswood.
Who is a distinguished
St. Thomas's,
goal boy
of course,
our
this
college.
may be their final game
Served
this
for the
season.
member of the rowing team in 1987
Have a
and
couple of trophy
1988.
matches have
Earning
remained
rowing
unplayed
partners,
so
and
far
he
this
was
season
also a
against St.
proud college
Peter's
prefect.
and Trinity
His
College,
passion for
so
rowing continued
don't
beyond
think they'll be able to fulfill those fixtures.
Very unfortunate, I'd say, for the boys. Silverware will always mean something to you when you leave school, and that's what you can say to your younger generations, that in my year we did this and we did that. So that will be a big loss for the boys.
Absolutely, Hadi. It's a shame that they won't be able to have a crack at either of those two teams, especially given the season that they've had. Try to finish off with a bang. How do you keep momentum up, Janidu? Your St. Anthony's team was also, much was expected of them, but maybe didn't live up to expectations on the day. But how do you keep your morale up when you know you haven't performed as well as you were expected to?
Well, yes, looking at the past years, the Antonians have not been able to hit the straps, because if you look at the past 5 to 4 years, I guess the season 2023 under Sahan Kirtisiri, they had a good season that year. They were able to end up in the top 4, but other than that, they've not been able to be the best.
Will it be Wesley to the fore, or will it be the blue, black and blue forever? That's what we'll find out in the next 70 minutes or so, as the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy will kick off in just moments. Wesley, the host team, in their double blues, and St. Thomas's visitors in their blue and black. Abdul Hadi, who do you think is going to win this one?
Shanak, I think I might have to be biased over here. Always support my mother, my school. They say your school is your second mother, so I always have to go with my mother. What do you think, Shanaga?
I don't think you have to apologize for being biased. I think it's the objective call that Wesley are probably going to win this one. Janidu, you have no skin in the game, so to speak, but how do you feel this is going to go?
Well, yes, I feel like Thomians might have an opportunity, but of course, if you look at the past games, they've always not been up to the 100% momentum. So looking at Wesley, I feel like Wesley will look as favourites, but till that final minute or the last whistle, I feel like it's going to be a very close, fringing game.
Shanaga, we can only decide over here who's going to win, but on the field, it's the boys who are playing, and these 70 minutes is going to make us decide, or rather we can all see who's going to win.
I just walked past the Wesley team moments ago, and I couldn't help but see how small they were. Even Pawan Thiranagama, they're very strong lads, very wiry, but not a lot of size in the forward pack. So that's one area where I'm concerned that Wesley might get a bit beaten up front by these Thomian forwards, who know that they don't have another game as well, so they can leave everything out of the park today, whereas Wesley have two big games coming up against Kingswood, so they may have one eye on that as well. So they'll want to probably make sure that self-preservation is a factor as well, which is always a difficult way to enter into a game. So that's going to be something that they're going to be praying about for sure. Hassan Taveranga, the man in the middle, will be in charge. Hurry up. Allows his game to flow, whether he takes it end to end will be something we will be hoping for.
Being a referee at this tough situation, tough games, is a very, very hard thing to do. A lot of people criticize these referees, but then again, when you're on that field, the pressure that gets to you by the crowd, by the players, is something that's very hard to manage, I'd say. So all these referees need to be applauded quite a lot rather than being criticized.
Completely agreed, Abdul, and hope people like you take up the whistle at some point as well. Janadu, it's never too late, so it's always good to have ex-players actually taking up the whistle, because they know exactly what kind of pressure people are under. Well, the team cards, the time has come and gone. Marudan Bulat Singalage will kick off this Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy as St. Thomas's attack towards the swimming pool end. And good old Pawan Thiranagama, who has been such a warhorse for this Wesley team, takes it up outside the 22. And now it's back for Sulochana Ransilu, and Kai Zalai immediately under a little bit of pressure, right from under the sticks, has to kick into the hands of Mayanka Das.
No! First roll away.
I want to make this call. Sulochana Ransilu making his debut today, being under 16 player, making his debut. So in a big game, a very big game, a lot of pressure on him. Kudos to the young lad. A lot to see from this. Lot to see from these young lads. Not only him, but then there's so much young lads playing here. So a lot to see for the future of Sri Lanka.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's great that Henry Terrence has thought to blood them in a game like this. I thought Wesley got a little unlucky here.
Right back.
Number 6 got out of the way well in time, and thought Aaron Ali had his hands on the ball, but St. Thomas's maybe a little fortuitous with that one. Nathan Reginolds, who is the third hooker used by St. Thomas's over the course of this season.
Shanaga, I think St. Thomas's needed to go to the 3 points there. They have one of the best kickers of the season. Early penalties, early points would definitely put pressure on Wesley. Was that the right call? Was the touch the right call to them? We can only wait and see.
We'll find out momentarily as Jehan Wanigasuriya takes it at the top and gives it off to Indunet Bandara. Changing the point of attack in the driving maul, and here they go all the way into the 5 meter. It's brought down and referee Veranga signals penalty again. So St. Thomas is putting some pressure on at the set piece. Quickly taken. And time off is the call. They'll have a look at what happened there again. It looks like the try has been awarded. We completely missed that one, as did our camera crew, but a quick tap resulting in a try.
Well, yes, good work from the Thomians. Got that penalty in favor of them early on in the game. So we have a look at that replay. Yes, I believe it's Vishwa Akash.
It's actually Shaheen Meegama, Janidu, who's wearing the number 1 jersey today. Vishwa Akash not really on the team sheet. But it's interesting where he took the tap from, because referee gave it maybe a little further on. Not sure whether he gave a mark, but now you can take the tap from 2 meters around where the offense occurred. So referee Veranga deeming that the tap was taken from the appropriate place, and Mayankadas caroming it in off the right hand upright, and he gets the 7 points as well.
Mayankadas was absolutely brilliant in that game against Sri Sumangala, who scored 22 points just for his name. And yes, that tap was clearly taken from Meegama, and that goal conversion as well. So Thomians hit the straps early on, 7 points to 0. And Wesley will have something to think about here early on in the game.
Good presence of mind from Meegama there to make sure he didn't allow Wesley to set again. Here's Makal Karunaratne barging his way forward.
On your feet, in on.
Jumping is the call. Very unfortunate. Makal Karunaratne made some good meters, used his body into good use, but unfortunately coming in Wesley's favor. Here's Kaiserlai. Puts a good touch in, 5 meters away from the line. Wesley with the opportunity.
Bit of a breeze coming in from the top right hand of your screen. See where the penalty occurred. Wasn't there, it was a previous phase. So Wesley now have an opportunity, just like St. Thomas's did moments ago, on the same side of the pitch. Thiradagama tells Keshara Rahul exactly what the call is. Goes to Onassis. Here's the driving maul set up. That's a good arrowhead formation from Wesley. They're driving towards the post, and this should be an easy first try for the Wesleyites. Keshara Rahul at the back of that driving maul, and Wesley hit back immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Simplest of tries for Keshara Rahul to score. Brilliant set maul there from the Wesleyite forwards. There you go, Keshara Rahul, the hooker for Wesley College, scored in that first Amanat Bank try. Take a look at that beautiful line out, and made sure that the rolling maul was set perfectly. The ball transfer was good. It was just a matter of driving forward, and Wesley adds 5 points, and Kaiserlai with the opportunity to equalize the score.
Shanaka, you can almost say it's a back and forth game, and Kaiserlai adds the extras. 7 points all. Wesley 7, St. Thomas's 7. Back and forth game here.
What was nice about that maul was how well they constructed it immediately. They went to the front of the driving maul, and that's always a difficult place to set it up from sometimes. But they managed to do really well. Transferred the ball back to Keshara Rahul nicely without it being visible for the defense at all. And they also drove in a diagonal line. I don't know whether that was intentional, but they wanted to bring it in closer to the stick. So really good presence of mind, and that's got Henry Terrence written all over it.
Very well said, Shanaga.
Taken that time by Mohammad Fawaz, who's in the 15 jersey but playing on the right wing. And through Nelly Thapugalla, they drive it forward, the co-vice captain. Here's Lai. Looks up and sees a little bit of grass. And the Thomian back three have to converge quickly. Udan Bulat Sinhalage is a man who gets across, looking for the 50-22, but he's well covered. And here's Tirunagama, covering the backfield like a good number 8. Sulochana Ransulu. It's not the greatest of passes, but he's still a young man. Bit of air on the ball there, needs to give it a bit of a zip. But Nelly Thapugalla once again smashing it forward. Lai, slow ball.
You can see Wesley trying to run it from their own half. I think that's going to be the game plan for Wesley by the looks of it.
Just watched them train a couple of times, and they've really been looking to open out, expand the game. Here's Liam Onassis. Lai again. Tirunagama gets to free his arms to the dangerous Mohammad Fawaz. Fawaz making some good post contact meters. Tirunagama once again.
Shanak, it's only been 8 minutes in the game, and you've said Tirunagama so many times. You can see how much that boy's been involved in the game. So as Kai's alive.
Nice long ball over the top. And I thought that was a bit unlucky, but correct call in the end from Hassan Taveranga. Prarthana Rodrigo seemed to go behind his man and prevent a tackle being made, so that's why the referee has had to blow the penalty, because there was a defender who was impeded.
I think that's why they say to play in your opponent's half. And now Wesley immediately under pressure, and St. Thomas's with the opportunity to pounce on.
Well, yes, quite unfortunate there. Take a look at that. That's the long cutout pass into Prarthana Rodrigo's hands. He was just trying to make his way, or rather create his way, and this time loose ball from the Rexona line out for the Thomians. Here's Karuna Ratna. Gets into contact. Mendes feeds it to his forwards. And Thomas is now almost in the 22. Well, as the ball been lost forward, now it is a penalty that's been awarded in favor of the Thomians.
Number 4, first one away.
So discipline from Wesley, not very good, especially in their red zone, just in and outside the 22. They've given away a lot of ball to the Thomians, and they will very gratefully take that 5-meter line out.
Well, yes, yet another opportunity for St. Thomas's here. As we take a look at that previous infringement, Archer Mendes just trying to get that ball, but here's Reginald now with the Rexona line out. Collects it very well. Once again, the Thomian forwards sets the rolling maul. Can they go over for the Amana Bank try number 2? Almost closer to that whitewash, and seems like it's Makal Karunaratne.
Certainly knows his way to the try line, the Thomian skipper. And he knew exactly where that driving maul was going to stop, peeled away, and the defender was no match for the Thomian skipper that close to the line. And St. Thomas has regained the lead.
Shanak, I think St. Thomas's knew what they were doing. They went to touch not twice but thrice, and they knew exactly what they had practiced, what they had planned, and for them, their plan is working very well. Mayanka Dias to add the extras.
Straight down the middle. Dias has been very good this season off the tee. Hasn't scored the kind of spectacular tries that we saw from him last season when he was playing on the wing. But he's moved into fly half this year and has been asked to do a very different job as we watch the Thomians again trundling along infield and Mikhail Karunaratne breaking away from the middle of that mall.
Behind the ball, behind the ball.
Shanaga, I think today is a very different St. Thomas's team compared to how they were playing in the season. So I think that's a big change. And now here's Tisha Aluvihara. Still going Aluvihara. 50 meters, gain 50 meters. And here's Aman Imran, the big man, moving forward, brings play into 22 meters.
Step back, step back.
And now St. Thomas's.
Rock,
Here's Aluvihara again. Dias feeds it to the skipper. The try scorer again. Still going.
No, go. Step back, step back.
Into the 22, the Thomians breaking out from the kickoff. Sabrin Nisran with that brilliant run off the collection. And here's Induret Bandar, who has been one of the finds of the season for me for this Thomian team. Aman Imran with a lovely inside ball for Jehan Vanigasuriya. Vanigasuriya almost makes it to the line. And really good defense from Wesley in there. And Kaisalai over that ball. And Vanigasuriya, unfortunately isolated and has to give up the holding on penalty.
Well, yes, the Wesleyites would be quite relieved to get that ball in favor of them, as Kaisalai will find some touch. And on the other hand, Wesleyites will have to think something about when it comes to running in their own half. Isn't it that infringement from Prarthana and Rodrigo conceded a penalty in favor of the Thomians, and they were able to add 7 more points. So yes, it's always good to run from your own half, but at the same time you got to make sure that you cut down those errors and not concede the ball to your opponent.
3 Rexona lineouts, 1 by St. Thomas's to 0 by actually 1 from Wesley. They won 1 before they scored as well, so maybe that score should perhaps change as Aman Imran was pinged there.
Kaisalai puts in a brilliant touch finder. Now Wesley immediately once again back in the St. Thomas's half.
Captain. 2 captains. Captain.
You can see these St. Thomas's boys are leaving everything on the field. They've been very different today.
Captain.
I think that's what they needed to do in the Dialog Schools Rugby League as well.
Yes, I think the absence of the pressure is something that's helping both teams.
Please explain kan kattiයට tackle කරලා attacking side එකේ ඉන්න භාගය. Right? Thank you.
Referee Weranga with a little bit of a talking to. I'm afraid we can't tell you exactly what that was all around about, but you may have heard it at home.
Mark.
As Lai
Marky.
wearing 12 on his back. This man has been absolute servant of Wesley Rugby. We'll talk about him in a moment. But there was a contest, so that was not straight.
Light order strong.
Well, yes, opportunity blown away from the Wesleyites. They had an opportunity to add something or create something rather. Take a look at that. And yes, slightly not straight there, and referee spots it correctly. It will be a Kawani scrum down in favor of the Thomians, who will surely look to clear their lines. You can see Mayanka Dias right behind the scrum. Sasa Mendes feeds the scrum. Mikhail Karunaratne breaks from the scrum. Strong led into the hands of Aliagoda. Aliagoda gains some meters. Wesley is trying to steal that ball, but once again a penalty conceded in favor of the Thomians. Yes, the quick tap taken. It is a brilliant passage of play from the Thomians. Yes, Karunaratne once again pumping his legs forward. And this now to Mayanka Dias. Dias to Bulat Singh, a long beautiful pass to the man in the corner. Still a ball available for the Thomians. Almost
release.
reach to their 22. It's the big man once again getting into contact. Yes, Dias, beautiful backdoor pass to Bulat Singhal. Bulat Singhal tries to fence off but loses the ball forward. Very unfortunate there. Second time opportunity blown away for the Thomians. And Wesley now surely will have to clear their lines as Dias alive. Very interesting to see a cross kick coming. And the referee spots on the knock forward, I believe.
Well, I think the All Blacks have been talking about optimism in the last couple of weeks, but Kai's Allies obviously been watching too many of those reels. That was a very optimistic kick. Cross kick inside your defensive 22 in the red zone. Would have been spectacular if it came off, but the chances of that, not very good, Abdul.
Very well, not very good, Shanaga.
Second in, boys.
But before Wesley got the ball, you have to talk about how St. Thomas's started attacking. They were very brilliant on that attack, but unfortunately, they couldn't finish. I think that's what St. Thomas's have been lacking. So I think they'd be. I feel like St. Thomas have been. This team today have been very free. They've been running beautifully, playing however they want to, and I think that's what St. Thomas's need to play in order to get that win today.
Yes, well spotted there. Abdul Hadi there, playing like they've got nothing to lose, which is really good to see from the Estonian side. Archer Mendes to Ali Agoda. They will use him to crash it up to the 22. Mendes with some nice quick ruck ball for Mikhail Karnaratne. Goes to ground and Mendes has it again for another one of his big forwards, Meagama, the try scorer. Again, it's very quick ruck ball for Mendes. Mayanka Dias spots the gap, gives it off nicely. And Udan Bulat Singhal is a man who scores a try. Beautiful work from Dias. He saw the gap open up, accelerated straight through it, and as soon as he drew both defenders towards him, popped that lovely short ball. Not an easy pass to make at pace, that short pass, and he did it beautifully. Nice line from Bulat Singhal as well to get the try.
As a rugby fan, that try was beautiful. It was perfect, I'd say. Look at this run, Mayanka Dias drawing both defenders, and then a pop to Dan Bulat Singhal, who finishes off in style. 19.7 with the extras to be added. Mayanka Dias has been very brilliant off the tee.
Off the tee as well, and one thing about his game, Abdul Hadi, that we don't talk about much and the young players really need to take notice of is he runs with the ball in both hands, and that's something that keeps all defenders getting. If he tucked the ball there, as we watch him, well, here we are praising him and he misses his first kick of the day from pretty much the identical position. But if he tucked the ball under one arm, the defender knows he's got only one option and he's going to be able to defend it much easier. But we'll watch it here. He holds on to it, has the tuck, then he goes through and transfers the ball to both hands. Then both defenders, one of them needs to come in, one of them needs to make sure they watch the inside pass, and Bulat Singhal profits from that.
They say keep your basics right. So that's what Mayanka Dias have been doing. And also, Shanak, I don't think you can always get 100 out of 100 with your place kicks. So maybe we spare the boy.
Absolutely, Abdul Hadi would know much more about that than I would. Could barely drop kick it over from 10 meters out.
Please on the line. Mark here. Mark again, mark again.
As the Thomians lose that ball away, finds touch. And the Wesleyites get an opportunity here to create something. Go unfortunate there, trying his best to save it in. This time the line out not so good from the Wesleyite, but manages to hold on to position.
Thought Liam Onassis did really well there. He caught that ball and instead of going straight through into the forwards in front of him, Mohamed Fawaz spills it cold and Tehan Dammage comes away with the ball, but got to really feel for this boy, don't you? You played alongside him last year, Abdul, and Mohamed Fawaz has, to take nothing away from him, he's still a fantastic player, but that potential, he just hasn't found it this year.
Well, he was very special
But
last year.
Boston is coming.
Was very brilliant last year, but then again this year, I think the pressure plays a big role. They say I think the pressure has gotten into him, and he's not had his season this year. Very unfortunate. It was a ball that he could have caught easily, but then again, Wesley playing with a lot of emotion.
So I thought Wesley a little too lateral there as Alia smashes it straight up route one again. A little slower this time for Mendes, and Goonetilleke will use that massive boot to put some pressure on Fawaz. Now he's got a little bit of space. Cutting back for Shifan Indika. Going back to the short side. Skipper. Here's Ransulu.
Run away! Balls available.
Wesley stagnated him on this.
It's a slow rough ball for Wesley, and side entry has been spotted by referee Weranga, and St. Thomas's will get another penalty.
Right, as you say, St. Thomas's profiting from every mistake Wesley does. And that's what you have to do. That's what is needed to be done. In
Side
fact,
entry.
This is probably within Mayank Adias's range.
Behind the ball.
He's got the wind at his back as well, but instead they're looking to Goonetilleke to take them into the corner again. Such an effortless kicking style. Probably doesn't have the same kind of range his brother Yehan did, but Udan still kicks the ball a fair distance. Let's watch the side entry here. I think it was Liam Onassis.
Hivin Utmika rather.
Five man now.
Another line-out in a position that St. Thomas's is favoured. And even the previous try that St. Thomas scored, it was the speed of the ruck ball, wasn't it? There's a lot of very quick rucks. And Wesley are trying to attack and do the same thing off very slow ruck ball. Nicely done that time by Hivin Utmika. But Archer Mendes just not able to get to the ball on time. Utmika stealing the ball, but also creating a few problems for his defense.
First knock on.
Well, yes, brilliant work there from Archer Mendes, just trying his best to play along with that loose ball, but the referee will bring that play for that initial infringement. Also an early replacement coming in for the Wesleyites.
Time on. First knock on.
Nice steal from Utmika, but Keshav Rahul unfortunately dropping that run, then everyone stopping play. And Archer Mendes would probably have got there in time.
Brilliant awareness by Archer Mendes there.
Bit of a channeling issue, but recovering well from Makal Karnaratne. Had to scamper back after that channel 2 ball escaped his attention.
Release, run away.
Wesley need to get out of the way.
Ball is available.
The ball is available, so the referee allows them to play on.
Release.
Slow ball that time. Goonetilleke stepping back in field. Needs some support, which arrives. Mendes. Rohit Vijay Singh, who has been a brilliant tackler for St. Thomas's this year. Cutting back in field is Gulat Bandara.
St. Thomas is moving at such a pace that the Wesleyites cannot match. That is brilliant.
Damage this time caught behind the gain line, and because all the forwards were caught up in those earlier rucks, they didn't have anyone to help out the winger, and Wesley snapping away at the heels.
Normally, a lot of backs don't involve in the rucks, so that's when you need the backs to involve in the rucks. When the forwards are tired, that's when the backs have to do their job. Not only when the forwards are tired, but also use that tide as an opportunity for the backs as well.
Absolutely.
Right, Mark.
Ali, and this is something
Mark.
I was talking to Lavinia Costa about
Mark here.
at the start of the season. The Thomian backs don't really like to get involved in the breakdown. Something that a mindset that they need to change. After that ball is passed here, Israel absolutely needs to get back and smash in there. It was just a little too late. Slow again. Kiranagama gives a nice short pass to Dinaru Lakendra. Here they go again through Yoshita Shalom. Shot ball again from Kaisalai. Fawaz needs to get a little bit more involved, and unfortunately the new man just been subbed in place of Abdul Rahman. Drops the ball.
St. Thomas's have been very, very settled in the game. They've been very controlled. They know what they're doing. But on the other hand, Wesley, they have no idea what they've been doing. At one point, they attack in their red zone. They kick cross kicks in their red zone. So that is something the coach needs to have a chat about in the halftime as well.
Well, you can't really blame Terence Henry as well as did Janidu, because you've been watching this Thomian team and you've seen where their vulnerabilities, and that's in defense. So Henry's thought, let's run at them from anywhere and see what happens. And it hasn't paid dividends yet. Mendes to Bulatsingalage in the pocket. Nice low drive down to Mohammad Fawaz, who will not risk too much and gets in a really nice touch kick, takes his team 60 meters upfield.
There's a beautiful work there from Mohammad Fawaz. But yes, the Wesley is just not being able to hit their strap, isn't it? Just those errors causing them everything. They've been able to hit the straps, but just that consistency has been the issue for the Wesleyites. Yes, they started off well, scored 7 points. Right after that, I would say the position and most of the game it's all been the Thomians.
One was very much
What do you want? Line out or stop?
outside the center line, and referee Veranga consistently gives the cricket throw.
Betul, betul. Tahu hatak. Hatak tino.
Kawani is playing in favor of Wesley College. Wesley against Isipatana. They scored a brilliant try through their backs from the exact similar position. So let's see what they can do this time, or will St. Thomas overrule them?
17.
Here's Fawaz. Ooh, that ball was just at the bootlaces, but done well to pick it up as Pratana Rodrigo.
No, run! Stay back!
And that's where the Wesley backs get in and make sure they create that phase play. Keshara Rahul on the 50-meter line. Ransulu finds the big man. Lovely bit of hands, and they've got numbers now. Thiranagama. Lovely dummy from Pavan Thiranagama. Oh my goodness. That is a Harry Wilson, R.D. Savia, number 8 try. Well done. Pavan Thiranagama is absolutely treading on the touchline. And that little wrist dummy opened up the space for him and the pace for the big man to finish. What a try.
Oh boy. What a pace that boy has. He might be a number 8, he might be a forward, but that pace. You can see Arthur Mendes chasing him down, but Pavan Thiranagama well and truly on.
Well, that was a wonderful dummy. Mayank Dias, who was coming across, bought it hook, line and sinker. Just a little shimmy off the left foot, and Pavan Thiranagama was in for a score that he will remember for a long time. One thing that I have to say from Pavan Thiranagama, he got injured early on in the season, but Wesley have paired him in several different positions, have they? And I don't think that has done him any favors this year.
Yes, certainly, because I believe he started off from number 8, and I remember he moved to center as well. So yes, certainly haven't done any favors for him, but this try, like you mentioned, Shanak, is going to be a very memorable one. Beautiful pass there from Mohamed Fawaz, and take a look at that massive pace and that dummy. It's going to be a very, very memorable one, and most certainly could be the try of this game as well. Well, he's pumped up as well. As Wesley creates something out of it. And 19 points to 12 is the current score. And Wesleyites are back in the game.
Yes, suddenly it's a one-score game. In that argument, I think after being sold that dummy, I don't think Mayank has had much to say. Idunet Bandar and Wesley again letting it bounce. They haven't been great at the restarts, but Liam Onassis takes it up to the 22.
Inside. Stay.
With that particular kicking style of his, puts this one into touch.
You can see Shanaga Wesley, they've got the kickoff, I think 4 times, and all 4 times they've had a lot of miscommunications, and I think that has to be a very big factor that St. Thomas can take advantage of.
Yes, they've been very tentative in how they've called for the kickoff. Vanika Surya quickly off the number 2 ball. Kyle Karnaratne sizing up his opposite number. Idunet Bandar.
No.
Real talent for the future is Bandar. Aman Imran.
Stay.
This is where the Thomians are wearing down the Wesley defense, earning the right to go wide. A lovely ball by Udan Bulatsingalage, and Nizran unfortunately loses his feet.
Release. Stay.
Short ball to Aluvihara.
Stay.
Archer Mendes with the mistake.
St. Thomas's forwards, their pods have been giving so many short balls that opens and cracks open the Wesley defense, and that seems to be working for St. Thomas's. Their forwards have been moving like backs, I'd say.
Well, they have, and it's the first time I'm seeing that done at pace this season. Maybe they did it in the Zaira game a little bit, which is probably why they won that match as well. Vanika Surya to Aluvihara there, but not enough pace from Aluvihara as he took that.
Right, second in, boys.
Another scrum, and Wesley like to run from the scrum. Let's see what Thiranagama has in store for us here after the confidence of that try. You might see a nice little break. There's plenty of space on this open side.
Again, scrum.
So interestingly, Wesley choosing to feed the scrum from the right-hand side. Usually you'd feed a scrum from the left. But now that all the front row players can hook, they want to bring the scrum half onto the wrong side of the scrum, so that Wesley will have one less defender to run against. And in fact, they kick somehow. Mayank dices across nicely. Runs straight into the waiting Lakindu Pereira. Bendis. Bulatsingalage again with a nice ball into the center of the field for Thiranagama. The chase is good, but here's Fawaz powering away from one. Oh, he needed to give it inside. Thiranagama was screaming for it, or he should have been at least. He would have been in for his second. And here's Wesley with their tails up now. It's a quick ball from them. Numbers that they have, but they need to straighten it somehow. Pratana Rodrigo into the corner, and he scores. The thumb is up from the assistant referee, and Pratana Rodrigo looked for all money like he was going to run out of space, but stayed in field.
What a clean try, Shanaga. What a brilliantly start off by Mohamed Fawaz. Should have given it out, but then again, the team, the scrum half, the forwards, the backs coming into play, and Pratana Rodrigo ends up profiting from that, and Wesley
What?
also ends up profiting from that tough angle to add the extras. But then again, 5 points is always better.
Well, while on the play, Shanag, you did mention that the Wesley backs will have to straighten it up, and they've done it absolutely well. And the conversion from Kaisalai is absolutely brilliant, and it's through as well, and it's 19 points apiece. And referee says it's half-time. What a way to bring the half-time in this game. So 19 points apiece. Sir Oliver Goonetilleke trophy on the line, and what a game we are having in our hands.
Absolutely, on the closing stroke of half-time, we have Wesley converting right from the corner and getting right back in this game. It's tied 19-all. I thought an inside pass to Pawan Thiranakama would have finished that one off about 3 phases earlier, but in the end it was Dinaru Lakendra who actually straightened the line, ball in both hands once again, held up the final Thomian defender and allowed Pratra Rodrigo just enough space. What a finish from the left winger. Here's the confirmation of the halftime score for you as we have our spectators tucking in. 19 points apiece. Absolutely nothing separating the two sides. St. Thomas is into an early lead. The lead then changing hands. And Wesley playing catch-up. And we'll be back with what is going to be an absolute humdinger of a second half in this Oliver Goonetilleke trophy. We'll be back in a moment.
මාස 24ක් දක්වා ගෙවීමේ පහසුකම් සමගින් මාසික වාරකයේ රුපියල් 4999යි. අබාන්ස් ජාතියේ පරිගණක සැපයුම්කරු.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
මවනා ඔබටයි.
Live rugby. Prima Kotumi Fantamari.
For passion, a competitive spirit. It's for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
එතකොට මහත්යාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Akavani.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Saratona enjoy kerana party ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Let's KFC.
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් කරගෙන බලන්න.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න. සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අව්වත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
I've had a ball on the classic got to go.
Black Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom Perfumed Body Spray.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
අතන මෙතන යන වෙලාවේ අබන්ස් එකට යන්න. අබන්ස් එකෙන් ඕන දෙයක් අද ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අබන්ස් ටිකෙන් ටික pay.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න. සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Welcome back to live pictures here at what has become a really close affair here in the Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy between Wesley and St. Thomas's. St. Thomas's storming off into a 19-7 lead, but Wesley, with some very, very well taken tries in the last few minutes of the first half, have suddenly caught up to make it 19 points all. Migamo with the quick tap getting the first try of the game. Mankadais with the conversion off the right hand upright. And then Wesley returning the favor with another driving maul try. Keshara Rahul was the one who touched that one down. Kaisalai obliging with the extras as well. And here's St. Thomas's with a driving maul of their own. Makal Karunaratne. See him at the back holding that ball. He realized the maul was stopping and then peeled off all the experience from the number 8. And Das putting St. Thomas's 14-7 up. And this was a really well taken try. Superb burst from Mayank Das. A nice pop ball to Dan Bulatsingalage to score. Fawaz to Thiranagama, and watch for this little dummy here. Oh, what a superb little show from the big number 8, and Artemendis absolutely cannot make up ground, and that was the resurgence that Wesley were looking for. The resurgence of the first half completed with this down the touchline finish. Dammage in that corner just couldn't keep Pratana Rodrigo out, and a superb touchline conversion as well from the skipper for Wesley.
Well, yes, Wesley absolutely hitting the straps right in the latter part of the first half and making sure that they equalize against the Thomians. And it's 19 points apiece, and Kaisalai with ball in hand to restart things.
Kaisalai gets the second half underway. And St. Thomas's running it up through Romit Vijayasinghe, opting to go outside the 22.
Rock. Stay.
Mayankadais straight down the throat of the counter-attacking, highly skilled number 8, Thiranagama. Oh, and it's finally being knocked on by Aaron Ali.
That was not a pass intended to. I don't know where Kaisalai was watching when he decided to pass that ball.
Apologizing to his teammate there, the skipper. That's the ball, and
Second in, boys, second in.
it's well behind Aaron Ali, which is why he got the apology. So Thomas is now with the first attacking opportunity of the second half. A try, scrum rather, Cavani scrum on the 15-meter line. Again, opting for the boot of Bulatsingalage.
Rock. Stay. Use it. Stay back, stay.
There's Ransilu.
No, run away.
Another long punt from Kaisalai, and he'll have to hope that this ball doesn't go all the way into touch and goal.
What like?
Udan Bulatsingalage living dangerously there.
What like?
Pratana taking his chances. Playing with fire. Dan Bulatsingalage at that moment.
Well, it'll be interesting to see that one again. Pratana Rodrigo is not protesting too much, so I think Bulatsingalage did get it down in time, but Kaisalai wants St. Thomas's to kick the ball back to them.
I have to say that's a brilliant kick by Kaisa as well. Has a lot of power in his legs as well. Not been using that too much this season.
He's again, looks like they've got the instructions at halftime, haven't they, Abdul?
Yes, indeed, and it's very, very visible here. Kaiserleit opting and trying those 50-22s out here.
Well, Henry Terrence would have told them
Right, Mark.
exactly where he wants the game to be played.
Hey,
No
Mark.
being cute inside your own 22, just
Mark, here, wait.
get into the other side of the
Mark,
field
here,
and finish this game off would have been his instructions. Be interesting to see what St. Thomas's will come up with now that they got dominated in the last 10 minutes of that first half.
Right.
They'll have to find some momentum again.
Mark again, no, yeah?
Wesley setting up with a few pods to run, and they take it at the front. It's quick ball. That's a lovely pass once again from Thiranagama. Strum half's pass. That's a nice ball. Beautiful ball over the top. Intikab, and here's Fawaz in for the corner. He won't be caught. Mohammad Fawaz finishes. A beautiful first phase try. And there were two passes in that passage of play. One from Thiranagama from the base of that line out, and one across the face of the defense from Kaiserleit for Mohammad Fawaz. And that was some outstanding bit of distribution.
Yes, absolutely brilliant set play there from the Wesley. It's a beautiful pass there by Lai. And beautiful offload here into Fawaz's hands. And of course, Mohammad Fawaz, always a lad who has gotten plenty of gas in his legs and just made sure that he went over that whitewash. And Wesley, for the first time in this game, gets the lead. And Kaiserleit once again with the difficult angle. This time just close to those sticks. And nevertheless, Wesley are back to the game and back in the lead as well.
Just rushed that kick a bit. Here's the pass. Lovely flat ball.
You also have to give credit to Shifan Intikab here, getting caught and still making that offload, committing two defenders, and Mohammad Fawaz. Easy does it here.
Zaidan Akbar is on for St. Thomas's. Needed to probably make a ball and all tackle there on Intikab.
Behind the ball.
Not allow that offload, but once Fawaz got that ball, there's absolutely no stopping him. So St. Thomas's, for the first time in the game, find themselves behind on the scoreboard.
Here's one of his small man making big hits.
Use it.
Yes, it's, as they say, not the size of the dog in the fight, size of the fight in the dog. Here's a lovely ball from Mayank Dias to Bulatsingalage, and Dias comes across. Oh, and he made the call, but that was beautifully read that time by Aaron Ali.
Stay.
Outstanding bit of defense from Ali there to stop a certain try.
Also, what a brilliant run by Udan. What power that boy has. And now Wesley trying to run from their own half. And there we go. St. Thomas's take advantage of it again.
Hold it on.
Well, it's a shame that they haven't worked better in tandem this season. Mayank Dias and Udan Bulatsingalage, they're easily the most intelligent backs that the Thomian side possesses. And when they're working together with each other, knowing what each other's trying to do, this Thomian backline looks very dangerous. But I think they're probably missing a trick, not going for posts, for points there.
Dichanaga, points are the best option when you're right under the sticks. Unless you're 100% sure that you can finish off with 5 or 7.
Well, they're back in their driving maul, and with good reason. They've scored a couple of tries off it already, so can't fault that decision too much. Vaniga Surya, nicely taken by the senior colorsman. But it's well sacked this time by Wesley. Driving forward is a skipper, Mikhail Karunaratne. T.S. Shalavihara, squeeze ball from him.
Stay back.
Idunet Bandara, St. Thomas is inching towards the posts.
Stay back. Use it. Release.
St. Thomas is moving forward inch by inch. Almost there. St. Thomas is still on his feet.
Stay.
That's good defense from Wesley, just driving the Thomians back, and looks like they've knocked it on. That was outstanding defense And Pawan Thirinagaba makes sure that they know exactly who it was that made the hit.
Well, Pawan Thirinagama has been quite vocal since he scored that try.
But he's not the kind of character to die wondering. Tell us a bit about him, Abdul Hadi. You played alongside him. What's he like on the field?
Well, he's certainly not boring. Not boring at all. So always going to give you some type of entertainment. Either mostly the one to get scolded from the coach, I'd say. Always tries those cheeky stuff.
Nicely taken that time by Dammage. Still going pretty strong. Run from the winger. Archer Mendes. Here's Mikhail Karnaratha running it onto it where he's very dangerous. Mendes again, the lovely ball to Indunet Bandara now.
Back form, no, right, no. Back form.
Nelly Thapugala wondering why he was asked to let go of that. Mayank Kadaas to Shanut Ahaliagoda. Another battering ram in the Thomian midfield.
Stay back.
Again, very good presentation of the ball from the Thomian forwards.
Stay back.
The quick ruck ball from the phase plays, allowing St. Thomas's to get in behind the gain line pretty quickly. Mendes, Dias, dragged down that time.
China, every time Mikhail Karnaratha has touched the ball, he's gained meters. And now, advantage, says the referee.
Rehan Varnasuriya just couldn't finish that, but can they finish it this time? Almost at the line.
Stay back. Advantage.
Inches away. Advantage again. They have to get this down, St. Thomas's.
Ahaliagoda. Oh, they do well to get under that. That's really good defensive work. Superb defensive work from Dinaru Laknendra.
Well, it's back to back for the Thomians. Certainly they wouldn't be happy with this, but certainly referee brings back play to that initial infringement. Penalty in favor of St. Thomas's. And once again, they will opt to go for touch. I'm pretty sure they would want to set their rolling maul. Well, this is the third opportunity they've gotten in their hands in this half. They have an opportunity here to equalize the score, or rather get the score, or rather take the lead. 26 points, 24. But it all matters with this Rexona line out. Reginald with the throw. Loses the ball but manages to hold on to it. Well, seems like it has been turned over. Wesley with the ball. Yes, Kaisalai. Beautiful pressure from there. Bayudan Bulat Singhala. Getting dramatic here at CRNFC, isn't it?
Well, this is an interesting one because the referee said knock on from the original line out. And then the ball was taken in and Kaisalai kicked it and it went dead. It went dead off the Thomian player, yes. But it was taken into the dead ball area by Wesley. So that makes it a 5-meter scrum for St. Thomas's. But was advantage over from the original knock-on, which would have been a 5-meter scrum to Wesley. See what the referee says here. Bullock Singhalage putting his backside to good use.
Second in, boys, second in.
And yes, sanity has prevailed. Advantage was not over. So Wesley will have the put in.
Set.
Well, Kaisalai lived to breathe another moment here.
Fine.
He'll be looking to clear off his lines. Well, St. Thomas's.
Again, scrum.
Well, they almost had the ball there.
Beat him.
Yes, brilliant pressure there from the Thomian forwards in that Kawani scrum down. Just the right thing to do. You know, Wesley is in the red zone. And they're under pressure as well. They've just got to make sure that they clear their lines here. And I'm pretty sure There's massive pressure that's going to
Set.
come on Kaisala, isn't
Steady,
it?
both steady.
The flankers, and we can see earlier good as well in the defense line. Yes, just Cavani scrum down. Yes, Kaisala once again has been blocked and finds touch. So Kaisala twice been saved.
On the line.
Good pressure from the Thomians, isn't it?
Well, it was excellent pressure from Rumit Vijayasinghe, but he had about 3 seconds of a head start there.
10-10.
Get unbound from the scrum way before the ball was cleared.
Well, Shanaka, I feel like Wesley have not been very good in their own half. They've been taking that pressure too much. St. Thomas's have been quite good in Wesley's half, but they lack that finish which was needed.
Well, this is better from Wesley because the Thomians have really put in a lot of effort into those pick and goes.
Well, Shana Kaisala has been everywhere since the first half. He's not been scoring tries, but he's definitely creating those tries. He's been putting those kicks at the back, those chips. He's definitely making his last matches count.
No, absolutely. And he knows that he's got the big Blase trophy up for grabs as well. So he needs to rally this team around him, show them that he's their leader and that they can still do a lot of good things. Finish off the season with their big trophy. He has been influential, hasn't he? Just like Bulat Singalage, but they're like Goldilocks kind of players. When they're good, they're very good. But when they're bad, they're not so good.
And that's where the consistency comes into play. And that, I think consistency is a very, very hard thing to do. Not even sometimes even club players find it hard to be very consistent. So you can barely blame these schoolboys here.
It's not one of the KPIs at training, is it? We don't really train consistency in the way we should. Not even at club level. Here's Indika. It's a little bit of a burst straight through the middle. Bulat Singalage chases back, but it's good front football for Wesley. Ransulu. Nice short ball there. Yoshita Shalom takes it up. Here's it. It is for Lai. He spotted some space. There's a lot of space, in fact. Does he get the bounce? Kaiser Lai in the corner. What a try from the skipper.
Shanaga Kaisalai has been having a lot of backslash throughout the season. Well, he's proving what he could have done. And now Kaisalai is taking that leadership, like you said, proving that next week is a big game, and today he's showing what his leadership, what they can do under his leadership. I think it's a little bit too late, but then again, Kaisalai with that brilliant chip and chase and the try in the far corner. He looked to add to his try.
Well, from my point of view, the way he's playing today, it finally looks like he's fit, isn't he, Janudhi? He has that injury early on in the season. He was recovering from that, and now he's finally got full use of his body, and you can see what a talent he is.
Well, certainly, yes. He's proving it to the point, especially as the skipper leading from the front. What a try, individual brilliance. And he would be fortunate enough to have this silverware games right after the season, because he did not have the opportunity to show up much in the season. But nevertheless, rightfully said so, this game against St. Thomas's for the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke trophy. He's putting everything on the line. And take a look at that once again. He spotted that, first of all, he spotted that space. He absolutely read that there was no one behind from the Thomian backs, and he made sure that he had the chip kick rightfully and just went over that whitewash brilliantly. And now it's a 10-point game, and St. Thomas's have been absolutely silent in the second half, and will be interesting to see how they are going to bounce back into the game.
So that has been one of the stories of the season for St. Thomas's. They haven't really been able to number up in defense. They had way too many defenders over on that left side. Somebody needed to drop back and make sure that the winger probably needed to get there and make sure that they covered the backfield. That's the ability to read the game that has been missing.
Well, St. Thomas's will look to make some amends here.
Well, they've gone out now from a 12-point lead suddenly to a 10-point deficit.
Mark here.
Vishwarya wants her back on the park. It's been one of their mainstays, the prop. Started on the bench today as Vanika Surya gives the ball off the line out. And Mikhail Karunaratne, they've given him a few yards post contact, but they've not allowed him to be really devastating. Wesley's defense. Tiesha Livihara.
Go right away!
Archer Mendes now. Here's some numbers for St. Thomas's.
Go, rock! Stay back.
Dammage carries it forward towards the 22. Here's Karunaratne, and that's the miss tackle, one of the few that they've missed on him. Good pick up from Mendes, and Aman Imran gets behind the gain line.
Wait.
Good work from the prop. Dias spots a gap. Straight through it he goes. Micah Dias, it's a little shimmy, and that's a lovely finish. The forwards softened up the defense, and Dias went through it like a knife through butter.
What pace this boy has got. Shifan Intikab left his marker. Micah Dias, brilliant speed. Here's that try once again. Micah Dias spotting that space. Fends off on Aziz. Stepping into Intikab, using that pace. No way they're catching him from there. Micah Dias reduces the deficit and will look to add the extras. But he's capable of doing so.
Well, you can't keep this lad out of the game, isn't it? He's been absolutely brilliant for St. Thomas's this season. And we just spoke about how St. Thomas's would bounce back into the game, and just few minutes after, St. Thomas's have replied beautifully. And this man in your screen, Mayank Dias, with a beautiful try, and now with the goal conversion, as he finds it astray, but nevertheless Thomians find some momentum in this second half, and now it's just a 5-point game.
24 points to 29. Again, outstanding quick rock ball after the bursts from the forwards. Mikhail Karunaratne and Aman Imran doing really well, and a lovely little shimmy of the hips. And Intikab couldn't lay a finger on Mayank Dias.
Well, momentum shifting here. Momentum keeps shifting like wind here.
Rock form! Stay.
Vishwarya wants a pinged for losing his feet. Thought that was a little harsh because there's no real competition for the ball. And Aryamas was up pretty quickly, if we can see that one again. But by the letter of the law, the referee has that right, but on material impact, you have to ask.
Right, Mark.
So a little fortunate Wesley to get into the corner there. See that whether they can make it count.
Ball.
Shallow. Goonetilleke with the line out take, and now they're still driving forward. Wesley, they've splintered them all. Still going. And they're over. Liam Onassis is the man who will come up with the ball, and the Wesley supporters will celebrate another 10-point deficit.
Well, Shanaka, Wesley's maul. Normally in the malls, it's always a hooker in the back, but then again, in Wesley's malls, everyone everywhere. And that's why you see so many players of the forward pack scoring tries through malls.
Yes, that's also good to see, because sometimes it makes sense for Onassis, who's one of the smaller players, to be at the back, so that he gets big boys like Keshara Rahul up front to really dominate them all. So it's good heads-up play from the forwards.
Right, I think.
It's like the extras. Oh, just off the bar. You can see that Lai has a very, very different style of taking his run up to a kick. It's very rushed.
You're a good mate of his, Abdullah. What would you tell him?
Tell him to calm down a bit. Have a breather.
St. Thomas's with the restart. Once again, the deficit comes back to 10 points as Wesley loses the ball forward. Not the best of starts when it comes to a restart. A bit of banter as well between Tiranagama and the Thomian forwards. This game has been absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Both the teams playing at pace and playing with a lot of intent, isn't it? 34 points to 24. We've got a brilliant game in our hands. And according to our clock, around 15 minutes or so left for that final whistle. It will be interesting to see who takes that Sir Oliver Goonetilleke trophy home.
Absolutely right, Janidu. Both teams have been very positive in their intent. Never seen that happen before. Never seen that happen before. Archer Mendes bouncing the ball off the hooker's arm just to signal that it's coming in and losing the ball.
Where it's all happening at Longdon Place.
Set. Steady, boss, steady.
Mendes this time exit right. Here's counter run. The breaks from the scrum. Beats one man. Beats two. Gets his team into the 22.
Step back.
Mendes will need quick ball. Out the Thomian forwards once again. The massive opportunity, but Wesley does very well to keep the player up. Has it been turned over? Yes, it is. Brilliant defensive work from Wesley.
Excellent strength by Wesley to keep that one up. I was just saying that they haven't allowed Makal Karnaratne to maraud his way too much, but that was a thunderous run by the skipper, but unfortunately not able to finish off such good work.
Second in, boys. Hurry up,
I think that's been the tale of Makal Karnaratne. He's been making those thunderous runs, but then again, the rucks have not been it. And here you can see brilliant strength by Kaiser Lai and co. Holding in the Thomians.
Right? Right. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Boring in is the call on this near side, so Aman Imran is the guilty man. Pushing upwards and inwards in the scrum is dangerous. Be good to see that one again. One of the few scrum penalties that we've seen in this season. Oh, and another miscommunication. What is Arya Wansa doing there? In fact, it's not Arya Wansa, it's Haliagoda. Just losing communication between him and Dammage.
Shanaka, I feel like after Wesley got the lead, I think St. Thomas's body language has all dropped drastically compared to how they were in the first half as well. So I think that will play a big factor here. It will be a big role here for St. Thomas. They have to get that body language up in order to put some pressure.
Well, that's exactly what happened against Isipatana. It's what happened against Royal, and now it's happening against Wesley as well. And not able to play from behind, as it were. Trying to execute the same move that got them a try in the first half, but accuracy letting them down that time. Smashed back in a nice gang tackle. Romet Vichesinghe has been excellent in defense for the Thomians. Kivin Utmika carries it. Now live. Flying in there was Dammage to make the spot tackle. And immediately on it was Chanutha Haliagoda. Good work to redeem himself.
Well, it's now or never for the Thomians if they are to come back to the game. Around 12 to 10 minutes also remaining in the clock, and they're 10 points behind. They will definitely need 2 tries or 1 converted try and maybe a penalty. But they just got to make sure that they've got to give 200% in this final minutes in the game. It's not easy. Nevertheless, Thomians are a side with a lot of potential. Just have not been able to hit the straps at the right times. But if they can do it so today, it'll be absolutely brilliant for them to end the season on a high.
Wait. Time on.
Coming back from a 10-point deficit in 10 minutes will certainly be a nice talking point at the end of their season. Manika Surya, but it's been stolen by Wesley. St. Thomas is flying into some tackles, and Wesley very static. Here's Tiranagam, a lovely ball to Fawaz again. Referee saying play on, but it's been knocked forward. So you might want to have a little stop and look at what happened. Fawaz, not sure there was foul play in that one, but let's have a look.
Both the players seem to have been gotten some pain in them.
Well, there is foul play, so Tehan Dammage will go to the bin. Be good to see that one again. The report coming from assistant referee Aruna Shanta. Nice draw and pass from Tiranagama as Fawaz puts the kick in. Sure, that was intentional.
Mark again.
Well, the Thomians now need to come back. 10 points and 1 man down.
Well, Shanaka, I think that was a soft one. I think that didn't deserve the yellow card. However, Mankadayas got the tackle and his player caught the ball in front of him. So that was the penalty, but I think yellow card was a bit too much on that occasion.
Here's a big driving maul from Wesley. Gone about 15 meters so far. Liam Onassis in the middle of it, urging his big forwards on. Ransuli wants it, but the forwards won't give it to him.
I'm calling use it.
One stop too many. So it stopped, went again and stopped again, which is when they needed to use it.
Right, 6 minutes.
Veranga said you didn't use it in time.
Well, that's very unfortunate for Wesley, isn't it? And St. Thomas's will be very, very happy with that call. They'll have to attack now, St. Thomas's. It's now or never. Less than 10 minutes on our clock.
Well, Wesley won't mind it. They're in the right half of the field for them.
Set. Steady, boss, steady.
But the Thomians desperately need to get down to the other end very quickly.
No, run.
Karunaratne gets them well beyond the gain line.
Take the ball, play on, take the ball.
And Mayankadayas
Take the ball, play on.
will put it down the throat of Pratana Rodrigo. Rodrigo still going, great run by the winger. Waits for Ransili to get there in the end, and Kaisalai with a little cheap kick. How's the bounce going to go? Well, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. It was knocked on. But did Udan Bulat Singhala play that ball on the ground?
seems to be a knock-on from Mohamed Fawaz, I guess. Not quite sure only if we can have a replay of that.
Well, the bounce of the rugby ball, isn't it?
Boys, last
right
5
option
minutes.
from Lai.
5.
Fawaz knew it was
Second
coming.
in.
No knock-on from Fawaz.
Girls!
That's the knock-on
Bye!
there, and not sure
Set.
whether Udan
Steady,
Bulatsingalage
boss,
should have
steady.
been on his feet
Nine,
before
nine,
he
stop, nine.
interfered with the Wesley player. Oh, and it's been intercepted. Prarthana Rodrigo thought he had one a little earlier, but now he does. And that's the game.
Well, one thing about Prarthana Rodrigo, that boy will somehow find a try. He will somehow find the try, even in practice sessions and even in the matches. That boy is special.
Well, for sure, that's the game for Wesley, isn't it? Beautiful game awareness there from Prarthana Rodrigo. And under the post, of course, for sure, Lai will make sure that he had these 2 points as well. And it's going to be 41-24. And it's been absolutely brilliant how Wesley came back into this game. Starting from 19 points to 7 and equalizing the score right at the half time. And that second half has been absolutely brilliant. Take a look at that. Udan Bulat very well read by Rodrigo. Easy as you like. And Lai at the 2 points as well. So it's 41-24 with around 5 to 4 minutes remaining. And seems like Wesley might have the game in their hands.
So since that 19 points to 7 score, Janidu, Wesley have outscored St. Thomas's 34 points to 5. That's a huge margin. St. Thomas's just haven't been able to get back into the game after half time. There are wingers and wingers, aren't there? You guys played in the backs, but there are certain wingers that just have an eye for the try line, who know somehow how to get that 5 points from somewhere.
Number 9.
Rodrigo is one of those guys.
Yes, absolutely. We have seen quite a few this season as well. If we talk about Julyat as well from Trinity.
Absolutely.
He did not start the season due to an injury, but the way he came back right throughout middle of the season, and he just played like as if he was playing right from the beginning, and he has been absolutely brilliant for Trinity. And like you mentioned, just for that shorter games he has played, he was able to score most of the tries. So like you mentioned, yet another winger who can always find something to score. And just like that, Prarthana Rodrigo is one of them as well, who has been absolutely brilliant last year for Wesley as well, and this year also spectacular for Wesley.
So Thomians now playing more for pride than anything else. They've got the penalty, they've got to take it quickly.
Have to take it from where the penalty was, when the penalty happened.
Okay.
St. Thomas's will look to narrow down that lead.
Well, 31-41 will lead much better than what it looks like now. So they desperately need to drive this one over in the corner.
Well, Langdon Place has always produced beautiful games, and this has been one.
Oh, and it's been stolen again. Wesley have been so good. Even Utmika, I think it was. And that's a nice pass to Mohamed Fawaz, who puts a little chip in, and Dias has covered it well.
No.
Well, I think that's what Wesley wanted to do since the beginning of the game. They wanted to run, and now finally this is good. And stolen again from Wesley. And here's Zahia Anjoha, the substitute. Well, still Shifan Inzikab, still going. Beats his man.
Stay back.
Well, breakdowns have been slow for Wesley.
Oh, he's looked the long way, Kaiserlai. He needed to come left. Absolutely needed to come left. They had 4 on 2. Here's Intikab again. fact, it's Erar Ali.
Stay back.
Sorry, it's Laknendra.
Well, Shanaga Kaiser has moved to scrum off as well. This boy has a lot of gas in his tank, played a fly, and now he's moving to scrum off as well. Bulat Singhal putting pressure on Thiranagama.
Thiranagama just showboating there, like he's on the touch
Stay back,
field.
stay back.
Outstanding stuff from the number 8.
Rock.
Still intense from both teams.
Well, Shanaga with that. Oh, what a beautiful run there by the replacement Fahir.
Superb little shimmy. Nice ball placement as well. Here's Ali trying to step through the tackle of Bulat Singhal to no avail.
Stay back.
And that's nicely spotted by Kaisalai. It's a bit of a high hit, I think.
Hi.
Well, Shanaga with the game coming to an end, I think we need to discuss about the Swiss Tech perfect player of the match. I think we've had a lot of contenders from St. Thomas's and from Wesley as well. So, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think that deserves it the most?
Well, I think from the Thomian
Last
point
play.
of view, Mayank Dias has probably been the go-to man.
Change.
Bulat Singhal has
Number
made a
7.
few contributions.
Number 3.
The forwards have been largely good. But for me, it's between Kaisalai, the skipper, and Pawan Thiranagama, the vice-captain.
Mark. Mark here.
Well, yes, I couldn't be agree anymore with you, Shanaga. It's Kaisalai or either Pawan Thiranagama. But obviously, that's going to be a tough call between the two of those players.
Well,
I'll let you have the say on that.
Let's wait 30 seconds more and see if they help us with our decision.
Pawan Thiranagama with the ball. And here's Pawan Thiranagama moving forward. Well brought down.
No! Ball's available, ball's available.
Wesley will look to score another one. And that's held up. Brilliant defense by St. Thomas's, but that's the end. A little too late for St. Thomas's, and Wesley end up victorious in the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Shield for the second consecutive time.
Well, I think it's probably a dead heat between Thiranagama and Kaisalai, but because he's the captain and because he's actually brought his team out from the doldrums in that just before half-time, I think Kaisalai probably deserves a man of the match today, with a very honourable mention to Pawan Thiranagama.
Well, yes, the skipper leading from the front. And I think this game certainly will be a memorable one for the Wesley, especially for the ones who are playing for the last time for their school. They have one more game, they have one big more game coming up. But nevertheless, if we look back at the season, how Wesley started off and how they went upon in that super round, and they've been absolutely brilliant today against the Thomians. Well, start off the game, it looked like St. Thomas's had the upper hand, but that comeback, absolutely brilliant, isn't it? No words to be mentioned. Absolutely spectacular, and they will lift their silverware hand up today, the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy, and it's Wesley who will take it home.
Completely different side from the side that turned up against Royal, wasn't it, Abdul?
Well, I think this is what every Wesley fan needed to watch. I think a little too late for us to enjoy some beautiful rugby, but kudos to these boys. Their final 2 games, and they've won one and one more to go. But St. Thomas's, on the other hand, will have to feel for them. Very unlucky. These boys have been not been having the best of seasons, but kudos to them. They're still boys. They're still young. They have more to go in their life. Here you can see youngsters getting signatures from their ayahs, let's say.
Kaisalai signing autographs as the player of the match in the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy. 24 points to 41. And Wesley with a romping win in the end. 17 points ahead of their rivals. Here are the highlights of the second half. Wesley scored first. This was probably the best executed team try. Mohammad Fawaz flying into the corner there after good work from Indika. And then Kaisalai, a little solo try of his own, beating Archimendis to the pump. And flying over in the corner again. The skipper. And then Mayank Kadais making up for that error on the defensive end of the field with a stunning try of his own. Took the gaps beautifully from fly half, and then we had Onassis who scored. Jahan Dammage was shown a yellow, and then Prarthana Rodrigo with a pickpocketer's try. The artful dodger will be happy with that one. And lie with the final act of the game as the Wesleyites are jubilant. The Thomians will lick their wounds and come back in 2027 hoping for a much better result than this year. Although their performances have been flattering, they haven't been able to back it up with the results. Move over to the presentation of the Sir Oliver Goonetilleke Trophy. And that presentation will be just after our commercial break.
To withstand every season. Modern designs, elegant finishes, made to match your style. Alumex handrails.
සේවක ඔබට සුවිශේෂී දීමනාවක් ඕනෑම ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක් මාස 12න් ටික ගෙවන්න ගන්න. අවම මූලික ගෙවීම රුපියල් 6550 සිට ඔබ ළඟම බාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Like night go pocket perfume youth එකට go එකක්.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi fun tamai.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
For passion, a competitive spirit is for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Let's KFC! Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love rugby?
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi Fantamari.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා
Asanka Pereira for the presentation.
Thank you everyone for coming and have a safe journey home.
Well, happy moments for the Wesleyites lifting that Oliver Goonetilleke trophy. Well, honorable moment, isn't it, Abdul? You've been there, you know how it feels like. How does it feel?
Well, that's an unmatched feeling, very unmatched feeling. Kaisalai would definitely be a happy man today, and so his team and coach Henry Terrence will be very happy man as well.
Well, certainly yes, Kaisalai, Pawan Tirunagama, Mohammad Fawaz, all these three lads have been able to score a try today as well, so certainly it's going to be an unforgettable game. They have a big game coming up next week. The Blase Trophy will be played against the King Sudians, who is an unpredictable team as well. But nevertheless, if Wesley can carry this momentum forward towards next week, they can have back-to-back silverwares.
We also can't forget Pratna Rodrigo, who scored 2 brilliant tries, one in the corner and one intercepted easily. Pratna Rodrigo, Kaisalai, Pawan Tirunagama, Nelit Habugala will be playing and more. But then these few will be playing their last game next week. It will be a lot to play for. Well, with that being said, Jaidu, it's been a great day. It's a great day for rugby. It's a great day to be here with you.
Well, certainly yes, and with Wesley College taking home this Sir Oliver Goonetilleke trophy, we'll be wrapping up. Thank you for joining with us, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
සැරටම enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
Rugby,
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
Love Rugby,
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Higher inverter air conditioner. Be chilled in any heat moment.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Built for every season. Customizable. Lightweight. Made to last beautifully. Alumex fencing system.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes to fresh.
Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool. අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.